And welcome back, everyone. Welcome. I apologize for cutting the duct tape short, but the players are ready. It is time. It is the hour to find out who faces Starlight Twinkle in the qualifying match.
Yeah, my kebab went absolutely everywhere, but I got it down. And here we are for some more StarCraft, spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of Aggress Van. It is Mini, aka Eternity, the Taiwanese Terran player playing for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Aggress Van, we have his opponents. We have the American Protoss player representing Team Gosu. It is YoGer.
No forge, no kits.
No forge whatsoever. Also, not gonna lie, I had forgotten that Eternity was Mini in the Clubhouse fanfiction, and I was very confused when they joined the lobby. I wish I was still confused.
Knock Knock's Mickey Mouse. I don't know what that says.
What is the relationship between Knock Knock and Eternity? That's everyone should just think about that. And I don't think anyone responded to me when I asked who was Pluto. I don't think anyone responded.
Yeah, that means you're Pluto.
I don't want to be Pluto. Oh god. So yeah, here we go. We are now in our second matchup, and this is going to be an interesting one. Honestly, I was really impressed by Eternity and how he was playing out against ourselves, against the CranKy Ducklings. You know, his TVZ looked pretty damn solid, but we haven't seen too much of his TVP.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, this is a pretty stylistic player that he is going up against in YoGer. So we're going to have to see how good he is at adapting on the fly, as we do see. He's just going to be going for a standard Rax expand. Very normal builds coming out from both players so far.
Yeah, your Rax expand from Eternity across map. YoGer just going for his own gate expand as well. And I definitely agree with what you're saying. We saw that a lot last night as well. I believe I was casting alongside Kuro. YoGer is very unique. We saw some really wild games last night, some really offbeat openers as well. YoGer alongside Maples, these kind of NA Protosses, they have their own kind of approach to the game. They have their own, I don't know, I guess they make up their own builds as well. It's interesting to kind of see it, especially against like players from outside the region.
Yeah, certainly. And this is the YoGer staple. He is going for multiple sentries on the opening. Okay. What he does. He goes very fast third with multiple sentries. It's bizarre.
Interesting. So I guess the rationale behind this is for hallucinated scouts, I guess, to make sure he knows what he's up against? Question mark? Just to be safe?
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't really know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd, right? Just because it does mean that he's going to be very passive overall at the start of the game. He's going to give the Terran a lot of freedom, as opposed to, say, what we saw from Cyan, for example, like constantly being in the face of their opponent with your Adepts, with your Oracles, with your Stalkers.
I mean, the thing with the constant hallucination scouts is in TVP you don't really need that. Like you have a few key moments that you need to scout the production setup, but apart from that, the Terran can't really tech switch as fast as a Protoss can. So one sentry is more than enough for the amount of scouting that you need to get done.
Yeah, exactly. And even with that, we do see, oh my god, the one Reaper slipping into the main base. We have a Hellion slipping in towards the natural as well. That could have been a lot worse. 2 probes go down. Oh, I think YoGer may be averting disaster there.
Yeah, there we go. We do get a full scout, and the third going to be going down at a pretty standard time as well. We do have charge and +1 armor on the way. So he is just kind of getting along with everything that he does need here. Just going to be doing this off 2 gates as well. So looks like the third Nexus has been delayed ever so slightly.
Yeah, it has been slightly delayed. We do see the hallucination does even actually come across the drop as well. So YoGer is more than prepared for this Widowmine drop. But as you were touching on the tech itself, like, it is a little bit unorthodox. We don't really see charge openers that often anymore. pretty interesting for YoGer to choose to go for this of all things.
Yeah, I did see, I know Firefly likes, I think it's Firefly likes to open up with charge first quite a lot, but that's usually with Colossus. And yeah, cannons in the middle lands as well. And there we go. We do see that first cannon going down in the main.
Yeah, cannon gets thrown down just so he's safe and secure against any of these drops. It's a great way to kind of prepare yourself for them, especially if you think you may not have the attention span to keep up with all the aggression. So he is going to be ready with that. Meanwhile, we have that robo on the way, and I imagine after that we should be seeing the Bay.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to him, I think the cannon is pretty necessary if you are skipping Blink. But there we go. We do see the Raven going to be dipping in, going to be going for a little bit of probe harass. And if Eternity can recognize the fact that Blink hasn't been made, he can continue to abuse that throughout this game. And he's already set up to do so with the Raven and the Mind Drop both being kept alive.
Speaking of, here we go. The Mind Drop is headed towards the third base. We are going to see a burrow. And do we have a reaction from the probes? Ooh. It looks like we do not. Ooh.
Yeah, no reaction whatsoever. 6 probes going to be going down, and that Mind Drop here has more than paid for itself already.
And speaking of, we have more harass here at the natural. We do have the Raven coming with the auto turret. More probes going down. Almost even gets the Stalker as well. And what's scary is that the Widow Mines were saved.
Yeah, exactly. So there's still more potential for this harass to continue on. And behind this, we do see just a standard 3-1-1 setup coming out from Eternity. Going to have a nice, strong push being sent out across the map here as well. I like that he's rallying the Medivacs too, just to get this going as fast as he can.
Yeah, here we go. As he pushes, we do have the third base. This is all being scouted by Rocco with that hallucination, so he's fully aware of what's going on. But is he ready for that army? 4 Widow Mines are going to be borrowing here with this. One of them does get targeted down. Oh! Oh.
Yep. Oh boy, that was so close to disaster, but Eternity gets away with an insane move there. The Sentry Arm not quite doing the Inspector Gadget reach there. Isn't going to be able to get that final shot on the Medivac, and that could have been costly.
The reach around wasn't good enough. I hear you. We do see more reinforcements showing up here as well. Every single Widow Mine. Oh, it looks like 2 more are coming in to reinforce, and the overcharge has been spent.
Yeah, Eternity's just kind of shredding through everything that's here, and that might just be it for Rocco.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing really left here on the front lines. The shield battery and the cannon get depowered. The third is under threat at the same time. We do have the Raven threatening the main base, and there just isn't really much of an army to speak of. There's a Colossus on the way, but it's not ready yet.
Yeah, it isn't, and this third is going to be going down. The Terran can just continue to rally across the map. We are going to be getting a recall on some of those harassing forces. The first Colossus has hit the field, but there is just not enough buffer for it.
Yeah, exactly. The Colossi stands alone with 3 Zealots. Ooh, some nice friendly fire, I guess, but there just isn't enough to capitalize on it. GG gets called, and Eternity takes game 1.
GG, and the first slice of pizza is secured.
Oh. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the score.
It's a weird pizza shop. They give you 1 slice at a time.
To be fair, there are some pizza shops that are like that, where you can buy like 2 slices of pizza.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did we?
I remember. Yeah. Because there's one in the city in Melbourne, and it's one of my favorite things to get after clubbing when I did club. Okay. There's this place on Elizabeth Street. They did 3 slices for $5, and you get it in like an open cardboard box. So good. Oh, I miss it so much, man.
Fair enough. They don't deliver?
No. It's in the city. It's a little bit too far away from me. It's kind of just, they have the pizzas in the window, and you can like pick out which ones you want slices from. And
yeah. Amazing.
Top quality.
Yeah. There's kebab shops that are like that here, where you got the kebab, but you also got like the display pizzas, and you can get your slices.
Oh, yeah. Nice. That's a good idea. Like, I feel like sometimes you think you want a little bit more than a kebab. You never do. You're always wrong. But it happens a lot where you think you want just slightly more than a kebab.
Yeah.
And a pizza's just like, yeah, I'm behind it. I'm with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's My man, I'm salivating, Puffy. I'm salivating. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Aye. Alright, it looks like we are going to be getting ready for our next game, and the map of choice is going to be Ancient Cistern, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
I just have to confirm that, just to make sure.
It's knock knock.
Oh.
Hello, knock knock.
It's Mickey Mouse.
Are you hungry? Oh my god, it's 4-9 on this account. It's so cracked.
Oof. Let's go, Pop. I mean, there's a reason why it's Mickey Mouse, mate, you know? You can play around.
Yeah, it's his clubhouse.
It is his clubhouse. Alright, here we go. We're just getting everyone in here. It looks like we're getting some Taiwanese casters as well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Rex in here. It's a party.
Oh boy, alright.
Alright,
Now,
alright.
the question
so,
is,
yeah, gonna be...
who is Eternity?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have Ancient Cistern going to be the map for this one. I feel like Rocker might go for something a bit more crazy here. Just because it's a longer map, you got a bit more room to work. We might be seeing a 1 gate 3 Nexus. I know that's something that he does do from time to time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he does decide to go for there. I'm really curious, just because of all maps, I wasn't really expecting Ancient Cistern from Rocker. So I'm ready for it, Bobby. I'm ready.
Or could be Nexus first. I'm serious.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, you're the Rocker expert. You have experience, Papi. You have experience. Oh.
I don't actually. I've never played him on ladder.
Really? Have you played against Maples?
No. They all block Australia.
Fair enough. Oh, I remember there was a stint. I could be crazy. Wasn't there like a period where you were playing on US West? Or
yeah, I play on US West sometimes, but I haven't hit them.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. I hit Honmonet today though.
Oh, the honorable. Is he still honorable?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
On macro.
He was doing something weird.
Isn't that what he's calling himself now?
Yeah. He was doing something weird. I casted maybe like two ZBTs, 2 best of 3s, in different tournaments of Honmono this week. And every game,
he loves 3-racks, yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing, but this really weird variation of 3-racks. It was the 3-racks where he
it gets the add-ons at the proxy.
He makes two raxes. He does the 3-racks with 2 SCVs. So he makes 2 raxes and he makes a third.
Yeah, okay.
And he goes Reaper
but on 13.
He goes Reaper instead of Marine. He masses Reapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Cuckoo do that in TVT. Go for 13-13 Raxes with 2 SCVs, and then make the third with the same SCV.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
It is. I mean, he lost every game.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very good. I mean, even the in-base 3-racks, which I think is a much better build, I've only really seen Beyond pull it off effectively, and Beyond, he's the Reaper man himself. I mean, if anyone can do it.
Yeah. It was after the most recent, I think, is ESL. After the most recent KSL, which was a couple of days ago. Honmono was like,
yeah, that's wild.
He's like, all
maybe
right,
he's
I'll stop.
Maybe he's onto something.
No, he's
okay.
He's like, okay, I'll stop, Matthew, I'll stop, because he just kept doing it over and over again.
Okay.
It just wasn't working.
Sometimes you just want to build to work so bad.
Yeah. I feel for him. Smooch.
Well, putting all of that aside, we do have a game ahead of us. It is going to be a TVP. It is going to be Mini him herself. It is the Taiwanese Terran in the bottom left-hand corner of the map for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Eternity.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Sister, and we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player representing Team Gosu. It is YoGer. He isn't doing it anymore, but so the follow-up was he masses Reapers. Wait, we're going to be popping off, but he masses Reapers, and after he realizes that like it's not working and maybe the queen count gets too high because of course it's a TVZ, he starts up three tech labs and he starts Marauder production.
3 tech labs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
he's an animal, fuck. He's an animal.
Well, speaking of animals, we do have a proxy gate coming out from YoGer. This is a strategy that is pretty common on this map. I couldn't tell you why, but it is something that I've seen a lot. I know Hero did it against Oliveira, and it is something that I run into a lot on the ladder as well. But yeah, proxy gate can be a pretty common strategy on this map, maybe predicting that the Terran is going to go for a fast expand and just trying to be a little bit nasty, delaying that low ground from getting up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Especially if it does go unscouted here, as the gateways are going to be looking to finish up here to try and punish the low ground expand. And this can be a nice way for YoGer to get a bit of an early lead if he's able to pull this off.
Yeah. Interestingly, he's not making a zealot. Okay, there we go. The zealot has been started. Oh, he makes a zealot from the close gateway. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, this isn't normally how we see this done, but he is going to be getting that zealot across as fast as he can.
Yeah, it's interesting because typically you do it on the further away gateway, right? So then by the time the zealot gets across the map, we have another unit to kind of join forces and to work together. Instead, the zealot reveals itself, and we already have the Reaper back at home to deal with this.
Yeah, quick SCV pull to the low ground as well from Eternity to try to deal with any units that will be coming after this. But this does mean that the Zealot goes down and we're going to get a decent amount of build time on the bunker. This Stalker actually going to be made on the closed gateway. This could be pretty nasty. The Marine's very low.
Oh, there we go. The Marine does go down. We see the Stalker trying to focus on the Reaper after that. It's only going to take a couple more shots. Nice control by Eternity. He does pull her back, but his units are dangerously low.
Oh, really nice there. He was actually dipping the Reaper in and out in between the shots that were being fired on the Marine. So very cute stuff. Also runs the SCVs through the CC. Wow, that was really cute.
Oh my god. Wow, with that, he's able to bring down that Stalker. Nice control with that Reaper towards the end as well. And he does get the bunker up.
Yeah, that was very slick from Eternity. Some nice moves shown off there, and does avert disaster here. YoGer has committed pretty heavily to this push as well.
Yeah, he really has, as he's going to be running past this bunker with his 2 Stalkers. With this, he's going to be able to delay and deny any kind of mining here at the natural for quite some time. Meanwhile, Eternity, he is rushing across the map with his first Reaper.
Yeah, and I mean, this is okay for Eternity as well. You can give up mining for a little while just because the Protoss has damaged themselves so far in how much they're putting themselves behind in tech. I mean, I don't think there's any tech started for YoGer here. He is just fully committing to this gateway pressure. And yeah, there we go. It is just going to be the 2 gates. That's all. No Twilight or anything like that on the way. He's putting a lot of pressure down on this natural here, but behind this we see a 3-rack setup being started up by Eternity.
Ooh, but the Adept actually slips into the main base, but we have a Cyclone, we have a lock, and the Adept is gonna get a full scout, but doesn't get any damage done.
Yeah, there we go. The Adept going to be going down. The Reaper as well. The multitask from Eternity, very strong here on the Taiwan server.
Yeah, it is insane as he picks up another couple of workers, forces more lost mine time, and now with the power of the Cyclone, Eternity can break free from his shackles, from his natural, and deal with these Stalkers.
Yeah, Tony going to be putting some pressure on these Stalkers. One of those Stalkers already going down. We do have a second one popping just in time to save that out, as we do have the Twilight Council and a couple of extra gates being thrown down. So looks like we are going to be transitioning this into a 4-gate blink. It's going to be very important that he keeps this this proxy location alive.
Yeah, it really is, as that's, a big part of his production right now. We do see that the Stalkers are going to be able to fend off these Marines for the time being. They pick off another Marine in the retreat as well, and Rocker is going to be able to hold on to that gateway.
Ooh.
And his other gates do finish it. He doesn't go into blink.
Okay, it's going to be charge. I was a little bit worried for Eternity here that he wasn't continuing to make tanks if it was going to be 4-gate blink, but it looks like instead it's going to be charge, and the fast stim and combat shields is going to work out very well for him as long as he can get that Sim City up in time. I would like to see him maybe go for a half wall.
Yeah, we'll see if he does get that wall up and running. He goes for a scan. He does confirm the tech, does see the Twilight Council, also confirms the lack of gases on the natural as well, and he can begin to piece some things together. Meanwhile, once again, the Adept is able to shade in, and I believe is able to confirm the Rax is in the main.
Yeah, there we go. So Rocket just continuing to poke that pressure on, and this CC looking a little bit worse for wear. So I am a little bit concerned about that, as we do see, okay, it's going to be a DT shrine behind this as well. So that tech switch and bingo, we're just going to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And I don't really mind this approach when we have the lead.
Yeah, well, why the hell not, right? We've got the Dark Shrine on the way. We've got a third base on the way as well. A little bit of everything here. From here, we can also transition into Charge on Archon, I guess. If the DTs aren't able to do too much damage. But yeah, a great way to keep his opponent on his toes.
Yeah, exactly. So just like that, we do have all sorts of things coming down, but Eternity, he is just going to be facing this with the best tool that the Terran has, and that is just a brick of Stim Marines, and that is going to be barreling on it down, finding a bit of a weak point, but here we go. The Zealot's going to be charging in for the big counterattack. The Natural is going to be completely given up by Eternity. We're going to have a little bit of a base trade situation here.
Oh my god, what's going to be at home to defend? What's important is that in the base trade, the Dark Shrine is done, and if we don't have enough energy for a recall, that could be disastrous. But speaking of, Rocker does recall all the way back home.
Yeah, he does recall, and this is a lot of Zealots. I think Eternity needs to get on out of here. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Oh, he does end up picking up and getting the hell out of there, but Rocker was able to deal some decent damage. He forced some lost mine time at least, but that third base is looking quite exposed.
Yeah, I love this move from Eternity. Basically, he checkmates Rocker into having to come home to defend. Rocker decides not to, and that's going to make this very weird.
Yeah, exactly. The DTs just revealed themselves, by the way, as DTs warped in defensively back at home. They're now rushing across the map. The drop goes back into the main base, bearing in mind that the recall has already been spent, so Rocker is actually running back home.
Yeah, picking up that double drop and going to the third was Eternity's way of saying you're not allowed to move out, and Rocker moved out anyway, and this is what happens.
And he's gonna get punished for it. The Dark Shrine does get sniped. The drop is still active, by the way. We do not have Blink, so it's so difficult for Rocker to keep up with these drops.
Yeah, Eternity doing a fantastic job pinning Rocker back home, and that's going to buy him so much time to get his economy up and running.
It really is, and that third base is now on the way. We do have a couple of DTs to deter this, but I believe we have enough energy for scans. We even have a turret being thrown down as well.
Yeah, there we go. So scan going down. Proxy is finally cleaned up here for Eternity, and he has stabilized his position finally.
Yeah, and he does clean up the last remaining DTs. Meanwhile, we have a couple of drops being set up. One drop going in towards the natural, the other double drop going into the main base. Rocker, once again, having a hard time keeping up.
I love it. Eternity recognizing the weakness here of Rocker is that lack of anti-air, and he's going to be abusing it to full effect.
Yeah, no Blink, no Phoenixes, no nothing. There are Stalkers that shoot up, but it's so difficult for them to keep up. Meanwhile, the drops just bounce between all the mineral lines.
Yeah, Eternity just pulling Rocker apart, and most importantly, buying himself so much time and space here.
Oh, exactly, and with that time and space, he's just working on more upgrades. We have the armory on the way to get into +2. The third base is getting fully saturated, and we are solidifying ourselves even further here with these sensor towers, with these missile turrets.
Yeah, exactly. And behind this, he is going to be getting Blink. He's going to be getting Thermal Lance on the way as well. So kind of dipping and choosing between a whole bunch of different techs. The Colossus definitely going to help him secure his position here, but he has to be very careful not to lose too much, as we do see the drop going to be dipping back in, picking up 3 probes and getting out of there safely.
Oh my god, yeah, once again another drop towards the natural, but the drop somehow barely manages to survive, does get out into the corner of the map, and dips back in. Oh my god.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Eternity, doing a lot with a little here. Going to be dipping back in for another probe there. Getting continuous scouting with these drops as well. And just has kept Rocker on the back foot for this entire time. And behind this, he's been able to build up his army. He's getting pretty close to max. He's got that +2 attack on the way as well. And this is where things start to get really scary for the Protoss. I don't see how he's going to be able to secure a 4th, let alone deal with this massive push that's coming his way.
Exactly. The macro has been insane here from Eternity. He is close to max, as you were pointing out. These drops have been doing so much for him, just to give him so much breathing room to just chill on his side of the map. He doesn't have to worry about any kind of Zealot run-bys or any kind of Prism harass or even those DTs from earlier. They have all been shut down, and now Eternity is pushing out across the map.
There is so little splash here for Rocker because of all the investments into different parts of the tech, into the 2-2, into the Blink. He's only been able to get this one Colossus out, and Eternity can just jump on top of this. It does look like there is a second Colossus that has arrived from the main down to the third, but here we go. Eternity going to be looking to take this fight now.
Yeah, exactly. He's forcing a warp in into the main base. We do see a nice EMP on at least some of those charge lots. And Eternity is slowly pushing forward, but in a couple of seconds, we are going to get a third Colossus. Oh my god.
Yes, drop is just causing absolute mayhem here. These hero Marines here getting so much damage done. 7 probes going down. Pretty good amount of Zealots going down as well, just to the awkwardness of the Simcidian. There we go. We finally do have that last Marine being graphically murdered. But behind this, Rocker has not been allowed to take a 4th.
Yeah, he's been stuck on these 3 bases. He's moving out here. Is going to be diving on top of the army of Eternity. He's taking 1 mine shot to the face, but a lot of nice Colossus shots go off. Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. Massive EMPs going down though, and these Colossus, they do not have much health, so those EMPs are really scary for them.
Yeah, Rocker has to respect the high ground. He is going to back off. He has to re-establish the buffer that he had with all those Zealots, as his Gateway army just kind of evaporated there. And he is transitioning with these 3 Colossi. He has enough for that splash damage. Now he's working towards Disruptors.
Yeah, and this is where you can really start to secure the position, especially on a map like this that has so many ramps leading up into all of the push paths. Disruptors can be a pretty terrifying prospect.
They really can be. We have seen time and time again, you can be down so much supply, but if 1, 2, 3 purification overs go off, then the battle can turn in your favor. But that's going to be a big if, and before that happens, Eternity is still just going to be harassing the life out of it Rocker as he goes for another drop.
Yeah, and there is nothing here. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You got to keep going for that same weakness over and over, and that is exactly what he's going to be doing. Another scan goes down at the third. We can see so much map vision as well from Eternity. I love this spread throughout the map of those Marines, making sure there's no way that he can lose track of the army or have a 4th taken. But, oh, he forces a recall after killing all the probes.
21 probes went down. The entire mineral line evaporated and the recall gets wasted. The drop is still in the main, by the way. He's going to go in once again. A couple of Marines are stimming towards the natural base. Eternity has full control of his side of the map.
This is a beautiful move. I remember Youth Thermal actually talking a lot about going for these kind of moves. These Marine run-bys is a very, very underrated move, and we can see it working well for Eternity as he jumps on top of this third. Rocker is not going to be turning back, but GG has to be called, and that was a brilliant game from the Terran player.
Wow, GG, well played. Eternity, not just on his home server, but also on the American server as well, is able to take down Rocker 2-0.
GG, and with that, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they do have a lead, but I mean, we do have the big hitters coming up next. It is going to be a MeomaikA coming into this next series, looking to tie things back up for Team Gosu.
Oh boy, let's go, Papi. MeomaikA is going to be going up against Rilakkuma in a ZVZ. MeomaikA, of course, the most recent pickup here for Team Gosu, and arguably the ace player as well.
Ace player of the world.
Oh my god, exactly. The king of the sea. Oh, actually, it looks like we are heading over to the American server, as game 1 is going to be played on Singapore.
Alrighty. Come with us, Mr. Elden Lord Mio.
Oh, you love to see it. MeomaikA is always creative when it comes to his online IDs. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is by far the least offensive one I've seen, so props to him for that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but oh my god.
I'm absolutely fine with this one.
We can actually show this one on stream.
We can.
Yeah. shaking my head. But yeah, ZVZ is going to be interesting. I feel like this is MeomaikA's bread and butter. It's where he wants to be. In saying that, we did see a little bit of Rilakkuma earlier, a couple of days ago, and he was actually pretty aggressive and pretty cheesy against Eric, if you recall.
Yeah, he was definitely a very interesting player to watch and a strong player as well. So I think we are going to be seeing a pretty evenly matched game between these two players.
Oh yeah, exactly. I feel like an unlikely scenario is if we do end up in these kind of Roach versus Roach battles and these kind of mid to late game scenarios. Things are looking to pop off a little bit faster instead. At least we hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I don't think this game's going to go on very long.
Oh. All right, here we...
Just not the Mio way.
It's not. It's really not. It's not. That's why we love it. Oh.
Play any games today, Light?
Did I play any... I streamed today.
Oh, yeah, I was there, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were dancing.
Oh, you were playing Force. You're an animal.
I was playing I was playing some team games earlier. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had a short. I had like a
you
one.
You got to see what winning's like.
Excuse me. I did win most of my games on the ladder today. Thank you very much. I just wasn't playing.
You
very
did.
Well. Yeah. I was.
You defeated the heart. Corazon.
I did. I played a lot of Corazon today. I think he was sniping me.
Wait, is Corazon heart or run?
It's heart.
It's heart, right?
Yeah, heart.
Yeah.
Played against him a lot.
It sounds like run though, right? Is run Cora?
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, man, you know you're Spanish. Oh my god.
I know Italian. Well, I have a bit of Italian, so I just guess that it's the same in Spanish, and half the time it is.
I know. Your family's Italian, right? Am I crazy?
No.
Yeah. Can I make it
every
Italian?
time, man? Every time. Chase is half Italian.
Are you sure?
I have no Italian background.
Can I make you Italian? Can I?
No. I think I have more Polish background and Polish and German background than Italian.
Oh, Polish and German. Okay.
And British.
Learn something new every day.
I think the Polish is a bit further back.
Just timestamp this because
I'm Australian all the way on one side. I'm well, not OG, but white OG.
Yeah. Fair enough. I was about to say, I can guarantee you a month from now, I'm gonna be like, "You're Italian, right?"
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I just want.
Cazzo di merda.
Oh, I want you to be Italian.
Don't repeat
Okay? No, I won't. Oh boy.
Teaching the people what not to say in every language I can think of.
Shaking my head. Oh, obrigado.
Oh, obrigado.
Yo, let's go. But yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to hop servers and get ready here over in the land of the Singapores, as the players are getting ready. And I remember, it's YoGer and Rilakkuma. They're defectors of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. They're
Yeah.
They want the waifus. Yeah. Oh boy. StarCraft is such a great game. It just brings all these different people together. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just because we can bring them together doesn't mean that we should.
The only thing missing is cat girls. That's all I'm saying. Oh.
Always with the cat girls. As here we go, we are going to be spawning in on Neo Humanity of all places, and representing Team Gosu in the bottom right hand corner of the map. He is the king of the sea, hailing from Vietnam. This is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have his opponents. We have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is Rilakkuma. Alright, let's go. We are here on one of the smaller maps. You can talk about how defensive it is all you want, but in a ZVZ, I refuse to believe, as both players go for pool first.
Okay, here we go. Especially, on a small, different map like this. This is a map as well where we have seen players like Reyno opting to take that front base to get that rich gas nice and early as a third, or I feel like I saw it as a natural once. Maybe not from Reyno.
I've seen it as a natural in ZVP. Where you're like,
you
force the unnatural, so you just take the rich recipe gas base.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. I think it might have been was it Young Yakov? It was someone like that.
Yeah. We casted it together. Yeah. 100%. Oh, it's beautiful.
I think he lost.
Oh my god. But I have seen Rainer and Cyril take this forward base as well, but I feel like that typically is for some of the other matchups. In a ZVZ specifically, gas isn't as important. I guess it kind of depends on the stage of the game. To be fair, it can give you a big boost in roach production for sure, for certain, if we do get there. For the time being though, we see pool hatch gas openers all around, so actually very safe openers from everyone. Both MeomaikA and Rilakkuma expected the other player to go for like a 12 pool or a 13-12.
What if we played like a 2-base meter but with the rich gas?
Oh, that would be interesting.
But it's probably less gas total than 2 gases, isn't it?
I'll be honest, I like taking this space as a natural though in a ZVZ is crazy. I think it's illegal. I think it's illegal, Papi. I think you
What
just
if you take it? You take it and then you break the rocks and it lands on everything.
Oh, now you're talking. As MeomaikA with this pool first, he actually slips by. I don't know if you saw, he actually somehow outpositioned the Lings of Rilakkuma. He had the high ground for a while there, and he does get one drone.
Yeah, as much as we joke around about Mio being kind of weird and doing crazy things, he actually has absurd Ling micro. His Ling micro is really, really good. So not actually too surprised to see him managing to edge things out and take out an extra drone there. And with that, he's going to be taking a third. He does have that gas going into the Ling speed a little bit earlier. Rilakkuma, on the other hand, going to be going for a very early lair.
Oh, so a couple of interesting things are going on here. One, MeomaikA has skipped the Bailey nest, so he is just going straight into roaches as quickly as possible. As you pointed out, this lair could be for a multitude of things. A roach horn is thrown down, +1 range has begun. This could be for 2-base roaches, or this could all be for show for a Spire.
Yeah, and there we go. He is going up to 3 gases here, so Interesting. The timing would work out for a Nidus as well.
Yeah, this can definitely be a Nidus all-in. We do see MeomaikA with a swell of lings, does kind of test the waters, but does pull back. I love this as well. He does this quite often. He's actually hunting overlords, and you can't really do anything about this. He's just MeomaikA. He's just gonna get some overlords.
Bring your own queens. As there we go, we do see Roach Speed being started up, so it does look like we have the setup for a 2-base Roach play coming out from Rilakkuma here.
Maybe
Where are
like
these guys going?
he's going all in. I haven't seen this in a while. I haven't seen this since the Oceania qualifiers. He did this against Demi, I believe, but what he's doing is he's clearing the path. He's clearing out all these overlords and he's going for a massive Roachling all in.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it is going to be a Roach Ling all in off the 3 bases. The Lings charge on in, but they are getting there a little bit too early. They're not able to really do too much damage. They do get a few of their numbers shaved off by the Roaches, but they are bringing Rilakkuma back out of his base. Does look like Rilakkuma pretty well set up for this, though.
Yeah, exactly. Off of 2 bases, you know, he wasn't too greedy. He didn't take a 3rd base either, but the tech is going to be a little bit exposed. The Lings, they just flood on in. They get us around.
Yeah, the Lings jump on in and they get a full surround, but maybe this is what Rilakkuma wanted.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good move. As the army comes to Rilakkuma, he's going to be able to clean all of this up, and MeomaikA is running out of steam.
It is not looking doesn't mean you have to do it.
You tell MeomaikA that. As we have some queen-on-queen action, the 2 queens do get picked off here, and now Rilakkuma has the momentum. Now his queens are going to be waddling across the map.
Yeah, that is a one-way trip for those 2 queens, and with that, Rilakkuma going to be charging on through. Maybe got a little bit lucky with the build order matchup that he was going for 2-base Roach himself against this all-in, but the wall is not a wall. The Lings come streaming on in, but they will be aggroed by the Roaches, unfortunately, and MeomaikA just a little bit distracted at home. GG is called.
GG gets called. MeomaikA going for an all-in against 2-base Roach. If it was 2-base Muta, if it was something else, you know, then MeomaikA would have had a little bit more success. But as you pointed out, it's kind of what Rilakkuma wanted.
Yeah, for sure. So a little bit rough there for MeomaikA. Unfortunately, not going to be getting that extra win there in the column for Team Gosu, and suddenly they are with their backs up against the wall.
Yeah, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. We are heading over to the Asian server. Game 1 was on Singapore. I believe Game 2 is going to be on Taiwan for Rilakkuma to have the home field advantage. And MeomaikA, that game was very decisive. He was very assertive, very sure of himself. Oh boy, now getting into Game 2, this is getting a little bit worrisome for Team Gosu.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, it's a big ask to ask someone to get a 2-0, but he really did need to do it for his team, so they are really pushed back up against the wall, and this is his moment to pull something out a little bit different.
Yeah, it is his moment here. He needs to win this game for his team. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they need one more game. They just need one more game to advance on to the next round. Oh boy.
The pizza is on the tip of the tongue. My mouth is watering. The cheese, you know, the flavors, they're melting.
Oh.
They're taking me over, puppy.
Oh my god. The combinations of these ingredients, who could have known? Oh. The
and assault to the senses. Oh, let's go. Live versus Mind Bro Totoro. Yeah.
Aye. Oh. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
God.
Okay. It's for the best.
Tis for the best as oh, hold on. There we go.
Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out who the hell is Rilakkuma.
Yeah. So, he did identify himself at the start.
Yeah, it's true. He did. I wasn't paying attention. Oh god.
All right, we do have the right player lined up. Get Rex in there.
Oh, True. Shout out to Rex is casting for the Taiwanese stream. Yeah, here we go. It all comes down to Ancient Cistern, a much larger map here. One of the larger maps in the map pool.
Yeah, so we might be seeing some match first. Dare I say it?
Oh.
Mia's gonna 12 pull, isn't he?
Are you feeling the mutas though? Nah, he will. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I saw yesterday Mia 12 pulled a Terran on this map.
He did. Yeah, he 12 pulled Cure.
Yeah, and Cure's response was really bad. You're just meant to cancel. You're not meant to try to save the logo.
I mean,
he
won the game.
As here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Looking to take things home, to take home the pizza to Papa Mickey. This is for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Rilakkuma.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the King of the Sea, one of the 3 pillars of the Zerg Muta Triangle, representing Team Gosu, wanting the pizza all to himself. It is MeomaikA. Hey, we have a pull first from Mio.
Gas pool.
Yeah, gas pool from Rilakkuma. It's the
light build.
Yes.
He knows.
He knows, Papi. He knows. Oh my god. So very aggressive opener here from Rilakkuma. We got options. We're going to have fasting speed. From here, we can even go into a fast Roach Warren as well, which I don't really expect to be seeing. But regardless, I do think that MeomaikA is going to have a bit of an advantage here with the defensive pool first.
He's going to Ling Bane all in off like 17 drones and call his opponent an animal for droning too much. Look at this clown trying to survive.
Oh my god. Imagine trying to Ling Bane when you can't Ling Bane, Papi. Aye. All the like quotes. Yeah, here we go. Link speed is on the way. Bearing in mind that Rilakkuma has not pulled out of gas, by the way. Momentarily, we should be seeing a Baneling Nest thrown down, as well as his first links are going to be moving out across the map. They do get spotted by the Overlord of MeomaikA.
Yeah, the Lings show themselves. Mio going to be going across the map himself with his 4 Lings, and as you do say it, the Bane Nest does go down. We do have the literal light build coming out here. He is going to be holding the ramp as well with these Lings and the Queen, so beautiful positioning there. Nice reactions coming out from Rilakkuma. Does feel like he is, at least for the moment, going to be getting a pretty good trade out of this opener.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be banking up Lings. He's going all in. He's going to be hiding his Lings until Ling speed finishes, and he's going to be sending everything across the map.
I love this as well. He transfers some drones down from the main to the natural so that when Mio pokes in with the Lings, he's going to see a pretty normal amount of drones mining here. But it looks like, unfortunately, that's not going to be coming into play as the time to attack has come.
We're droning, Papi. We're droning. We have a Roach Warren being thrown down. There's no time for roaches as the Lings are flooding across the map. Rilakkuma is pulling the trigger. The Queens are going to be creating a wall here at the ramp, and the natural is going to be evacuated. Oh no!
That they are, but is this enough? I'm not sure. And all the Banes get on top of the drones. 5 drones go down in the blink of an eye, and these Queens, they are in some serious trouble. Second Queen is going to move in to fill in that wall, but with this first Queen going down, I don't know if Mio can hold this position.
He cannot. The Queens are all going to fall. We have 18 Lings on the way here, and to be fair, Rilakkuma, he is all in. He has to do more damage than just this.
Yeah, that's right. And MeomaikA actually managing to get some decent trades here with the Lings of Rilakkuma, but this Baneling is going to be finishing up. It does take out just a couple of Lings, so not the best trades ever here. And it does seem like MeomaikA is almost stabilizing. He did lose his Queens, though, which is definitely rough, and there are some more Banelings being morphed in.
Yeah, I mean, that one Baneling only trading out with 2 Lings is not what you want to be seeing here, so a bit of a lapse in judgment from Rilakkuma. We do see 2 more Banelings morphing in. We'll see how good these connections are going to be as, once again, MeomaikA is forced back. Up!
Oh, the drones at Whirlpool do get picked out, and these Banelings going to be pushing their way up through this ramp. Lovely connections there for Rilakkuma, and that might just be the nail in the coffin for MeomaikA. Some beautiful dancing around the SimCity, but there we go. Rilakkuma gets on the money. This is what he was looking for. This drone line is going to be going down. GG.
Wow, GG gets called. Rilakkuma with the gas pool opener catches MeomaikA completely off guard, and he does it for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. They're getting the pizza.
The pizza is coming home, and with that, we do have the victory there, but we will still have a couple more games. But of course, condolences to Team Gosu there, coming so close but falling short, unfortunately. But at the same time, we do have the thrill and the agony, and congratulations to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, who will be going on to face Starlight Twinkle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're still going to be playing out the last series. We're going over to the Land of the Americas for Reaper versus YoGer. But MeomaikA just misreading the situation. I'm pretty sure he assumed that it was just a pool first opener from his opponent, because that's exactly what Rilakkuma did in game number 1. And it can be really difficult to discern the difference between a pool first and a gas pool build here in ZVZ. And again, it was very smart of Rilakkuma to keep his links hidden, and unfortunately MeomaikA didn't go for a follow-up scout, didn't try and confirm what exactly Rilakkuma was up to. On top of that, also really unlucky that MeomaikA was going for his own Roach Warren instead of, say, a defensive Baneling Nest or something along those lines, something a little bit more standard. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. It was a pretty rough matchup of builds there, and yeah, unfortunately, that can just be the way with ZVZ. There are certain risks that you have to take in tournament ZVZ, and it's not always going to work out for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that really did come into play in this overall series. You know, MeomaikA just kind of going for certain builds, and unfortunately didn't really match up too well against what his opponent was up to. MeomaikA a lot less concerned this series about scouting his opponent. Was more concerned with what he was doing himself, and unfortunately was punished for that a little bit.
Look at the chat. I love it.
Oh.
And the C region always has such characters, and the Taiwanese Hong Kong region as well. I love the sense of humor of the Taiwanese players, and we have Rilakkuma popping in there. Rilakkuma's so good. And the response, pizza.
Every time. He did it last night as well. Rilakkuma just hyping himself up.
The cool cats, let's go. That's so sick. I love it.
Wow, beautiful. So congratulations to Rilakkuma, to Eternity as well. But again, the show will go on. We still have one last best of 2.
I don't have any chat emotes. Touch. The pizza is coming home. But here we go. We are going to be having one last game. It is going to be Reaper versus YoGer, and this is going to be a very exciting ZVZ. Reaper, a very aggressive, cheesy player, and that's something that can be really nasty in this matchup.
Yeah, so as opposed to Rilakkuma, YoGer is a much more standard Zerg player, so I think we're going to see a bit of a role reversal here, where Reaper is going to be dictating the pace of the game, and it's going to be on YoGer to try and scout and respond to what his opponent is up to. But we'll see how this all turns out. We'll see what happens in this last best of 2. Again, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse have taken the series, but Reaper can still fight back here for his team, for his honor.
By the way, I didn't realize Rilakkuma is Mystery Man, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Do you know Mystery Man? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I remember watching, I don't know why, my brain is just incredibly faulty and broken, and I just have these really vivid memories of pointless things sometimes, and I have a very, very strong memory of, it was Zeph and Maynard casting Mystery Man.
Oh, okay.
And they just thought Mystery Man was just the coolest name ever, and I don't know why I remember it so clearly, but anyway, here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. It is going to be the Zerg player for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the defector, the lover of waifus. This is YoGer.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of a Dragon Scales. Oh my god, we have a 12 pool opener from the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper.
No.
He's doing the light build.
He's doing the light build. And this is why it's... Mate, you know, this is a very NA appropriate build.
It is. It really is. So YoGer is going for a gas pool opener. So the advantage of this against something like a 12 pool is that you have early links to defend, so the 12 pool doesn't get out of hand, but you also have link speed behind it, so you can counterattack, because Reaper, of course, is going to be going gasless with this opener. So Reaper has to be very careful once he realizes what's going on. He has to make sure he doesn't lose too many of these links, otherwise things can get out of hand.
This is just a total build order win, right?
I think so. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to count him out yet. Don't want to count him out, you know? We can still see some amazing things happen here, but the links of Reaper... Oh, yeah, he turns around. I think this is a smart choice.
Yeah. We're going back home, and unfortunately, I don't think the creep is going to spread quite far out enough to get a wall up anytime soon, but if we are going to continue to go gasless, we're definitely going to want to get some kind of wall up here.
100% Matas. The gas is now being taken here by Reaper. His Overlord did confirm the timing of the hatchery, so because of that, he knew that it wasn't safe to be active with his lings. So again, it is very important that he did pull back, but he doesn't know exactly what kind of opener YoGer went for. He doesn't know that it is a gas first.
Oh, I love this. He's actually denying the scout here of the ling of YoGer, but looks like YoGer just going to dance and prance back and forth. He is going to be able to get in there. He does catch at least the queen. Probably not really going to see as much as he wanted to see, but there we go. We are going to be having him just continue to build up those lings and get the banelings on the way as well. This is one of the weird features of a 12 pool as well, is you do end up, I believe you end up ahead on queens against a normal build, which is kind of a weird interaction of the build.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the big advantage that Reaper is going to have. He will have 3 queens to defend alongside his lings. He's taking 2 gases to catch up in his lack of gas, of course, to catch up overall. And what's interesting is that YoGer, unlike Rilakkuma, isn't banking lings. He's droning behind this, so he is just going to be applying a little bit of light pressure. He could have maybe tried to overwhelm and maybe even, you know, get into the middle line and deal economic damage, but alas, that is not going to be the case for YoGer.
Yeah, interesting. Looks like he's just going to try to get a small lead, maybe take out a couple of drones, just put this pressure on and use that to transition into a lead. But, oh, actually, he does maneuver his way into the main here. That was nicely done, and he will be able to get a full scout. Sees no gases as well, so that's a handy scout for sure.
Yeah, it really is, and he's going to be able to force his opponent, you know, a little bit of chaos here in the main base of Reaper. Meanwhile, because of the opener, he should be skipping link speed. He's going straight for a full wall off as well, and from here, he's got a couple of options. He can try and go into 2-base Muta, or maybe even just 2-base Roach, similar to what we saw from Rilakkuma.
Yeah, definitely. So there we go. We do have that wall off going down a fast layer as well. So it does feel like Reaper has actually gotten a decent break from this opening here.
Yeah, exactly. YoGer really respecting the queen count and not really applying too much pressure. What's interesting, though, is that Reaper is going into 2-base play, but so is YoGer, as he also responds with his own fast lair.
Yeah, Lair and Roach Warren going to be going down. Looks like he is moving his drone out to establish a third here. He does have a slight drone lead as well, or actually quite a significant drone lead. Reaper has paused droning for a small amount of time here, and that is a nice advantage that he gets from not overcommitting to that ling pressure, so I do like his choice in that way.
Yeah, I do as well. Meanwhile, how good's the drone drilling here, as it looks like, oh, the drone is saved just barely.
Yeah, neat stuff there. And he will be just kind of poking out on the map, trying to get a bit of pressure back on the other side. Meanwhile, here for Reaper, we are going to be going into Roach speed. So yeah, like we saw from Rilakkuma against Meo on that Near Humanity, that he's going to be going for a bit more of a committed 2-base Roach pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the most interesting thing about what Reaper's doing here is that he is going for a 1-1 timing with this, which is typically something that you don't see. It's typically a single upgrade at a time.
It's normally a 2-1 timing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, interesting choice here from Reaper. Of course, this is all revealed. So, because YoGer sees both Evo Chambers upgrading, that also kind of crosses Spire out of his mind. Like, he doesn't have to go into the main base to confirm. He will, but of course, the likelihood of this being a Spire is very low.
YoGer's scouting has been on point. It's something that we see a lot from the top Zergs, and it's nice to see him doing it again. This is something that we see players like Dark, players like Solar, players like Raynor, absolutely relentless with just sending in constant scouting, always seeing what's going on, and we can see that YoGer's very good at doing this as well, just always with the Ling scouts and sending in those extra Overlords, the Overseers as well, making sure that there's no way that Reaper can pull a fast one on him.
Exactly, confirms the lack of Nidus, the lack of Spire, the lack of Hydrogen, just making sure that everything is on the up and up. Meanwhile, across the map, YoGer is saturating his third. He's still maintaining his economic lead, and he's going to be able to hit a timing here with +2. It's going to be an interesting dynamic, +2 versus 1-1. Bearing in mind as well that Reaper actually hasn't started his +2 upgrades yet. So I don't know if he really intends to as he's moving out across the map with his roaches.
Yeah, Reaper is very heavily committed to doing damage with this 1-1 timing, and look at that, YoGer is so well set up for him. We can see how that constant scouting is paying dividends for him. It feels like he knew exactly what was happening, exactly when it was going to happen, and was just so well prepared. And now Reaper, he's the one on the back foot because his timing didn't really work out, and that means that YoGer is going to have a timing of his own as a counter.
Yeah, exactly. Reaper, he was forced to kind of go into this 2-base play, and unfortunately everything got scattered. YoGer responded beautifully to it, and now Reaper doesn't have that longevity, he doesn't have more upgrades, he doesn't have his third base saturated yet, and YoGer is going for his own counterattack.
Yeah, he does charge on through with those roaches. Got to be careful though, he is down an upgrade, so especially with a concave like this, probably doesn't want to fight into Reaper and will be punished slightly for trying to do so.
Yeah, YoGer has to respect this. He will be backing off. And YoGer, again, with this economic lead, he is actually going for a Spire. And this is just a great way to really just solidify yourself here in the Roach versus Roach battles. He should recognize that Reaper shouldn't really be too much of a threat anytime soon. And he has the freedom to go into this Spire to make Mutas. But we don't have any droning, Bobby. Oh.
You ever do YoGer?
No. Have you?
It's good. There's a YouTube channel called YoGer with Adrian that has really good YouTube YoGer videos. It's nice. It's relaxing.
There you go.
Teaches you to breathe.
Oh god, and speaking of breathing, here we go. Reaper is pushing on in. He is very all in with this. He did not drone whatsoever. He's looking to straight up end the game with this push.
He is, and it's a bit of an anti-timing as well. The +2 has kicked in here for YoGer, and +1 armor kicks in just finishing up now. So despite being pretty significantly outnumbered, he is going to have that upgrade advantage. He does pull back with those Ravagers as well, doing a brilliant job dancing back and forth behind that high ground. So he is just going to be waiting for his reinforcements to pop out with that defender's advantage.
Oh yeah, exactly. And YoGer, all he has to do is survive. He just has to hold on. A couple of his reinforcements are getting picked up here as they do pop out from those eggs. But YoGer is gaining ground here, and Reaper, he's losing a little bit too many of these roaches. He's getting a nice round though.
Oh yeah, Reaper smells blood. He is charging on top of all of these units, and it was a little bit of an overextension here for YoGer, and this is starting to get a little bit scary. I think Reaper might be doing it.
He's done it, mate. He's broken on through. YoGer caught droning up a little bit too much. He was up almost 20 drones compared to Reaper, and Reaper is able to catch him with his pants down. GG gets called. Reaper takes game 1.
GG, and Reaper putting one on the board for Team Gosu. We do have that consolation prize for them there, and congratulations to Reaper for that. And we will have one final game.
Oh yeah, that was pretty intense, mate.
Oh yeah.
GG again. YoGer assumed that I do have to fix this, but YoGer did assume that his opponent was going to be droning up the third, and assumed he would have the time to drone up himself, to take up, to go into that Spire as we saw. But he was anything but safe to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe it was more intense for you. I didn't really know what was going on, so I just have to take your word for it with what's going on there in the ZVZ. But yeah, pretty back and forth game from what I could see.
Definitely, definitely. And I love that Reaper had a lot of respect for the opener as well. Again, I feel like there are a lot of players, especially when they go for a 12 pool, that they want to get damage done. They want to assert themselves with their lings. And yeah, it was a really nice kind of recovery from those openers. Whether YoGer made the correct choice in, you know, letting the pressure up and just droning from that opening position, I do think that, I mean, he had a pretty solid follow-up. His mid game was really solid, his scouting as well. Just towards the end, wasn't able to confirm whether the third was being droned or not.
Yeah, I do feel like as well, the way that he was fighting that, he was maybe just underestimating it a little bit, taking that fight a bit earlier than he needed to, and then kind of realizing a bit too late that he did need to, you know, micro it a bit more carefully and be using that RAM to his advantage and waiting for extra units to kick in, that sort of thing.
For sure, for sure. Oh, and with that, we are now getting into game number 2. Can Reaper, can he go all the way? Can he get the 2-0? Mate, we're here to find out.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a nice little consolation. It would be kind of a little bit of a shame for Team Gosu as well. I'm sure they'll kind of be kicking themselves for not sending Reaper out a little bit earlier if that is the case. But I'm sure he'll be, you know, just glad to get one on the board and get a bit more experience at this level.
Oh yeah, as we are getting to game 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player. He is the Teal Zerg, representing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is YoGer.
Lion. I'm not in the game.
Oh no, Asher! Where? Oh, I was wondering why you weren't doing the intro. And spawning, because things are about to bubble off, because spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the American Zerg representing Team Gosu going for a 13-12. It is Reaper.
I'm having my Home Alone moment. you floated me.
Where's Kevin? Where is he? We're in another country.
I love how it's, where's Kevin? Oh, whatever. Well, never mind then.
Oh my god. So, a couple of things are happening here. I don't know what's going on in the Taiwanese meta, but YoGer is going for, once again, a gas pool hatch opener. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, and is that that's a 12 pull again from Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
a
13-12.
13-12?
Yeah, 13-12. So Reaper this time is 100% all in. He's very committed here. Of course, there is no natural base. He's pulled into the gas. He is going to be rushing across the map with Lings, Ling Speed, and Banelings, and this is going to get dicey. This is all going to come down to Ling Bane control between both players.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a very early Bane nest coming out from YoGer. That's going to help him a lot when it comes to defending this build. The hatchery here as well, he's just going to buy himself as much time, try to have those Lings expend as much damage as he possibly can. But I mean, YoGer, even if he does lose his hatchery, he does have that drone lead, so it's not going to be too bad for him. Actually, he's going to be pulling drones to help hold this. I don't mind this considering that he's kept so many Lings and that he does have such an early queen.
Yeah, exactly. He's able to buy a little bit more time for the hatchery to finish on up, but the Banelings have arrived, and YoGer may just be caught out. Up.
Oh, yeah, he tries to catch him out on the ramp there. Looks like the Banelings are going to be spent on the queen. Everything going to be going down there, and still plenty of Lings left over there for Reaper. Not going to have the inject because that queen did go down, and that's going to hurt.
It really is. Again, YoGer misreading the situation a little bit, didn't see the Baneling coming, and now as a result, YoGer is still has an economic lead, but Reaper is expanding behind this.
Yeah, so Reaper actually managing to find a little bit of a lead out of this. We do have the first couple of Banelings coming out from it. YoGer, good split off of the Ling there from Reaper. The micro is sharp and oof, close call there.
The whole position micro, let's go. The drone is gonna be forced back for the time being. We have another Baneling going up the road. Oh god, no! YoGer Wasn't able to respond in time. Another good Baneling connection there from Reaper.
Yeah, and this is where Reaper might start to smell blood, might look to go for the kill here, as we do have a Roach Run going up at home as well.
Oh my god, we do have that Roach Run on the way. Oh, once again, a little bit of miscontrol. YoGer loses another Baneling, and he may lose another from here as well. YoGer no longer has that economic advantage that he once did. Ooh. Reaper is catching up in the drones.
Yeah, and Reaper is continuing to apply the pressure as Lingbane Micro has been very good, and he will be once again taking the better of this trade.
Yeah, and maybe the ping coming into play here as well. We are on the Americas server, and YoGer struggling a little bit in the Lingbane Micro. Does come out worse for wear, and after all this is said and done, Reaper has roaches on the way.
Ooh, 7 roaches on the way, and that might just be all it takes.
Yeah, exactly. YoGer is still trying to recover. He's in the midst of droning at the moment as well. And he is going to be going for a little bit of a scout across the map just to try and confirm what's going on. And it looks like he should get eyes on the roaches.
Yeah, he is going to see the roaches coming across. What is he going to be able to do against it? I wouldn't mind seeing a spine go down. There we go. 2 spines going to be thrown down for the Zerg on the high ground. 3 spines. He is taking this very seriously.
I mean, it's all he can do, right? Like, he doesn't have roaches of his own. His queens are going up into the main base. He's getting ready to just abandon his natural lings, and spine crawlers are what he has to rely on here. And the scary thing, as I sneeze, is that Reaper doesn't even have to go up the ramp. He can just kill the natural and back off.
Yeah, absolutely, as we do see. There we go, the roaches. 1 roach going to be leading the way there to soak up any potential banelings. He does scout out the 3 spines, so looks like he is just going to take that natural and back on off. And yeah, Reaper has just been responding very cleanly and well to everything that YoGer's been showing him here. Looks like he's very well versed in all the different possibilities with this opener.
Yeah, and as soon as he saw those spine crawlers, Reaper, he just kills the natural and backs on off. He doesn't have to commit. He doesn't have to force himself up the ramp. From here, he can just drone and take advantage of his base and just contain his opponent on 1 base economy.
Yeah, great decision making all around, and looks like we are having YoGer desperately trying to get that natural up and running, but I just don't think he has the army to do so.
He can't do anything about this. The only way that he can try and expand is if he can spread creep and bring down his spine crawlers and have them support him, but that's going to be so difficult to do. You can see him leapfrogging forward with those spines, or almost overextending there with those queens as well.
Yeah, a lot of pressure going down on the queens. This is a pretty scary moment here for YoGer. He desperately needs to try to get this hatch down the bottom, but there's so much pressure coming out from Reaper. He's being pushed back so hard, prevented from spreading any creep, and I wouldn't really want to spread this creep tumor when the roaches are here. They can just snipe it down.
Oh, they really can. And I mean, here we go. The spine crawler is going to try and move down the ramp here, but Reaper is just going to dive on in. The spine crawlers are under threat. The banelings are connecting.
Oh, big baneling connections, and looks like all that's left is those roaches. A few lings there for YoGer as well as the queens and spines, but this hatchery is just not being allowed to come up. There we go. He does get that hatchery down, but that is now a target.
Oh, it is going to be a target. 1 baneling is rolling on in. Nice target firing from YoGer. He does snipe the baneling in the end. Files are going to be connecting, but it looks like YoGer is looking to try and take control of the natural. Oh.
Yeah, looks like he might be able to, but the queens go down. The ling's going to be getting on top of the roaches. They are trying to find themselves a little bit of a corner to tuck themselves into there, but unfortunately the ling's going to be taking down those ravagers. Looks like the roaches will survive and get themselves back to safety.
Oh, they really are. And Reaper with this is going to reinforce with more links. He's pushing on forward. He wants to break this location. The spine goes down. The queen goes down. And it looks like YoGer will not reclaim control of the natural. GG gets called. Reaper takes the 2-0.
GG. Congratulations to Reaper for taking the 2-0, but unfortunately just a little bit too late for Team Gosu there, as we will be having the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse go on to face Starlight Twinkle tomorrow in the lower finals.
Yeah, that is to be the case. But GG, congratulations to Reaper, showing us all once again that he is the cheesiest Zerg player in America, and he's damn good at it. And yeah, game 1, 12 pool, game 2, 13-12, to be able to recover as well from the 12 pool. You were kind of touching on it, but the fact that Reaper does this so often, like, he knows the responses, he knows the transitions so damn well, better than most, you know, considered higher tier or even pro Zerg players, I'm sure, in these specific scenarios. So yeah, Reaper is able to overcome, and I mean, he does it for himself, he does it for his team, he pulls his own weight. GG.
Yeah, absolutely. So good showing there from Reaper, and he gets to show off what he's made to a bit of a bigger audience as well. So especially for me as well, I haven't really seen him play that much, and it's nice to see his mastery of the ZVZ though.
Yeah, he's popped up on the stream from time to time. A couple of years ago, we used to cast him more regularly in the NA weeklies. They don't exist anymore. The Battle of the Americas, for example, or the NA Apprentice Cups, the weekly cups. So it's great to see Reaper make a bit of a return here to the stream after a bit of a hiatus. I think the last time we cast him was maybe like 2021 or maybe some North American qualifiers. But yeah, he's always a great player to watch, a fun player to watch. And yeah, in the end, though, congratulations to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. The pizza, it's theirs. It's theirs.
Yeah, they will be bringing that pizza home, but they do have one final step to go for that last qualifying spot. We have already had earlier on in the week Starcom, Abydos,
yeah.
Menos. We do have that former NV team going through. We have Basilisk and Mystery as well. So there will be one final team joining those top flight teams.
Yes.
Will it be Starlight Twinkle or will it be the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I love it.
I love it as well. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So if you in the chats want to tune in to the final qualifying match of the World Team League qualifiers, that is going to be taking place tomorrow at 11 p.m. AEDT or at 9 p.m. at KST in less than 24 hours. So if you're interested, we will be covering that live here on this channel. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse versus Starlight Twinkle. I've got a lot of love for Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. We have some close ties with some of their with Mickey Mouse himself. We want them to do well, but mate, Starlight Twinkle with Chan, with Spirit, and even Rewhite, like they're a pretty terrifying team.
Yeah, they have proven themselves to be a very formidable team, taking down the 5-1 earlier today. And definitely wants to look out for if they go through to Code A as well. I think they could be serious contenders to go all the way.
Definitely. So I wish the best of luck to the Mickey Mouse team, to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I hope that they take this time to rest and study their opponents. It is going to be a bit of a titan match tomorrow, bringing down Chan, bringing down Spirit, bringing down Rewhite and Hyperion. It is not going to be easy, so best of luck to you all, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't want to sound like, I was gonna end the stream, but
I thought you were. I actually thought you were. I got really confused, and I'm like, I'm down with it. I'm down with it. Let's go.
I thought I was. I was like, wait a minute, what am I saying?
Mic drop. Pull the plug.
Asher, thank you so much for staying up into the late hours of the night and watching with me and casting with me. Even if you weren't in all the lobbies. But thank you so much, Puppy. And who are you? Who are you, Asher? Where can people find more of you?
Where are you? I am a caster for the CranKy Ducklings. What do you want, lad? What do you want from me? I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming.
Why not?
I'm not gonna do it.
Why not?
I don't want to, you know? I don't want to. Actually, I'm thinking of streaming, I was thinking of streaming a playthrough of, what's it called? Disco Elysium. I think that'd be fun.
There you go.
It's like a, pretty like heavily, not like actually text-based, like there's art and that, but it's like one of those RPGs. It's a lot of like walking around and reading stuff and story, so I bet that'd be a nice one to have like a bit more of a chill stream.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds nice. Maybe we could, with some viewer
Yeah.
interaction, we can give you some input on where we want the story to go. I don't know how much flexibility there is there, but maybe.
Yeah, it's a fair bit. I do like that. I like playing a story game where you can kind of like talk over the choices with people.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Who was the father?
Who is the father? Yeah, that's I don't think that's how the game goes, but we'll see.
We can make it go that way. It's fine. It's fine. Oh god. But yeah. With that, so make sure you follow Asher on his own Twitch channel. You know, he also. Is there any word on the next grudge match, the Oceanic grudge match? Is there another one?
Oh, there was gonna be, I think Chappie and Pez were gonna do a ZVT.
Oh.
Even though they've kind of already done that. Or I might be doing a chess match with Chappie.
Okay. It's gonna be interesting streaming that and having commentary over that. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm down with it.
We could get Craig and Starduck are both really good at chess. We could get them to commentate.
Yeah, Starduck gets paid to like tutor chess. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's like actually good.
Yes. It's actually good. Oh god. So yeah, check out Asher's channel for that. If you're interested in some Zerg ladder gameplay, I do stream throughout the week. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit tomorrow at some point, so keep an eye out for light_VIP if you're interested in that sort of thing. Otherwise, follow us, the CranKy Ducklings. We're live every day. And sometimes multiple times a day, just like tomorrow. As tomorrow we are going to be live casting EU Ascension League just before the WTL, so we are going to have plenty on the channel for you to consume, plenty of StarCraft on the CranKy Ducklings. So follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. VODs are uploaded to YouTube, and you can interact with us in our Discord server. And if you want to support the StarCraft scene, then consider checking out our Patreon, because we have announced 3 new tournaments that are coming back, and they can be supported and funded, and they can grow with your help.
You're an animal.
Oh, I am. So with that, Asher, do you have anything?
What about you, Light?
Oh,
what about you? What about your stream?
I said it. You weren't listening.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. I don't actually know where I was just though.
But that's what it's
places I'll go.
It's 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and we're
No, I'm not taking that excuse. I'm always like this.
You're gone, papi. Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the internet. It's the phones that do it to you.
Take me with you. Your brain was thinking about chess.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was literally thinking about nothing.
Nothing.
Oh
my god.
You were gonna ask me, do I have anything to say at the end?
Yeah. I did ask you that.
Yeah. If you do have an attention deficit, just make sure that you're not deficient in other ways.
Oh.
That's my advice for today. Drink lots of water. Make sure that you're not deficient in water.
Make sure go outside, get your vitamin D. You don't want to be vitamin D deficient, you know. Get them sun rays.
I mean, from you. When's the last time you went outside?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying it. You know, PSA. Don't be like Light. Don't order nothing but ramen to eat for 2 weeks. That's another good tip.
Get some light on your body, on your bare skin.
Oh, get some. Asher, you gotta follow your advice. Are you gonna get some light on your body? Oh.
I already have. Hours of it, Poppy.
Oh no. Alright, we're done. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll be back tomorrow with more WTL. We'll be back tomorrow with some EU Ascension League. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. What?
Bye-bye.
What? Bye. Bye.